The red-winged blackbird at the very top of that tree singing, mating call. Hey Jay, how you doing? How's it going? You hear these birds singing? Hey Sharon, how you doing? Can you guys hear these birds singing? There's the hunter. Oh, jeez. Hey, Brett. Did you get hurt, Jay? One thing I like about this park is a lot of old trees, especially over there. Walnut trees. Love these like misty days like this. Hey, Starlight. Oh, that's good. She get a ticket? Yeah, it's possible. Temperature here is 45, I think. It's not bad. It's supposed to get up to 51 today. Hope the sun comes out. It makes all the difference in the world. Oh, good for you. Yeah, today what I try and do is she likes coming over, so I take her out here today. Then I'll go and I'll do some more photos of planes landing. And then I will make my way to Detroit, get there around, I don't know, 11:30, 12. You know, it's warmed up, more people are out. I mean, it really doesn't work that way, but that's the way I do it. Oh, thanks, James. Actually, the cloud ceiling is pretty low today. Can't see any of these airplanes. It's probably, I'd say probably 3,000 feet, maybe 2,500. So yesterday I told you, there's a new place where I can take some good photographs and videos. I got this camera down now, but I've been taking a lot of photographs of jet airplanes when they would call them heavy, low, and dirty, which means the flaps and the slats are out. And it looks really good when you can get them photographed in that configuration. And it's the most perfect place in the world. It's private property, and it's north of the airport, so it's not posted, so really the cops can't do anything about it. But I'm learning as I get older that I try to head things off at the pass. So yesterday I'm there, and I've been there about 45 minutes, and I see a cop car go by, and he goes and he parks like in this little wooded section. Then I see an airport cop along the shoulder of this expressway. He pulls over to the side. So I just called the cops and said, hey, look, I'm out here taking some photographs. Here's my driver's license number. Here's my cell phone number. You want to get a hold of me, you can. Sure as shit, about 5 minutes later, guy on the expressways, four-ways go off. He takes off. The cop hiding in the woods, he takes off. Trying to be proactive. Oh, Daisy's a good girl, hon. Hey, Greg. Hey, Adrian. Yeah, I got some good interviews. Really do. Hopefully I'll get some more today. Hey, Tinkerbell. Hey, Sharon. Yeah, I got up a little earlier today. I went to bed earlier last night. I mean, my regular routine's going to bed around 2 or 3. But honestly, the reason I went to bed earlier last night, usually I can't fall asleep, is because they're screwing me out of my damn room service in the morning. I'm getting up too late. So that's part of the reason, believe it or not. It just kind of takes them out of their rhythm if I don't get out of there till 11. So that's why. I like to get an earlier start, but it's hard for me. I could stay up all night, no problem. Yeah, I got a new lady, Tracy. Really good one. New guy. I had a lot of people come up to me yesterday. Actually, 7 total. You can see where they posted comments where we were able to meet. It's kind of fun. Oh, did you, Adrian? Yeah, there's nothing really. Doors open on Cessnas all the time. It just happens all the time. It's kind of a chintzy latch. Really, you couldn't have pried that door open and squeezed out of there if the airplane was in cruise. The air coming across the side of the door is too fast. Now, skydivers, that's why they throttle back, so you can get the door open. But it's nothing to be scared about. It scares people that don't really understand flying. But pilots don't care. It happens all the time. All those 150, 152, 172, 182, all the small singles, that's not uncommon at all. It's off 275. Wow. It's off 275. It's Willow Park. Beautiful out here. All these parks are nice. Here in Clinton Metro Park System. Water is super high. It's been this way for quite a while. You know, I grew up on this river further down, about maybe 8-10 miles down, Flat Rock. We all had boats, like 12-foot boats with 10 horsepower motors. And we would really look forward to the water being high like this, which didn't happen very often, because we would hit a lot less dumps in the water. This would be a perfect day for kayaking, canoeing, anything. But you better dress warm. You know, these are the kind of days, I would see it in Detroit, not very often. I mean, this water's still super cold. I don't know what it is. If I had to guess, I'd say 40. And if you're dressed to stay warm, you tip that thing over, you better hope you're close to shore or somebody's around. Because if it's over your head, you got a huge problem. And if you can't get to land, I mean, hypothermia would be a big concern today. Yeah, Jay, you should get on a plane. You'd really enjoy it. You know, it's funny you should say that because when you said that, I don't even know any place where you could like get an airplane ride anymore. You know, I used to see signs all over airplane ride, $10 or something like that. Hey, Dre's channel, how you doing? Daisy's playing muskrat today. It's kind of cool how the water comes right up to the grass like that. How about that for a picnic table with a view? The birds are really in full swing singing. I'll go down there today. I was down there yesterday, but I just didn't feel like dragging out my phone at the time. You can always tell spring has arrived in Detroit when the seagulls go. And there's a place they breed right down near West Jefferson at the West Jefferson Bridge. It looks like an Alfred Hitchcock movie. You couldn't, if you were sitting there with another person, it's hard to talk sometimes. The din of the breeding seagulls is so loud. I mean, it's crazy. There's just birds everywhere. If you had a net, you could just like swoop it in the air and you'd catch like 20 of them at any second, even if you were blindfolded. They're all over the place. Yeah, skydiving is all. I did skydiving for about 5 years. Skydiving is all tandem jumps, as far as I can tell, which is super safe. I mean, you know, you're hooked up to the guy and you both jump out at the same time. Skydiving is safe. Flying an airplane is safe. Boxing, especially at the upper levels, is safe. Riding a motorcycle is not safe. Yeah, I don't know if you've never been in an airplane before or something. You may want to take a ride before you just decide to jump out of one. You know, really enjoy being in the air and looking around, taking some pictures, and give you time to think about it. But I don't know if I'd suggest taking my first ride in an airplane and planning on jumping out. Yeah, you should do it. You should do that this summer. It's a lot of fun. I got bored with skydiving pretty quick. You know, it's a pain in the ass. I mean, you got to go to a place, and I mean, to do it, have any real fun is like you need higher performance airplanes, so it doesn't take forever to get up to wherever you're going to jump from. I got to fly a 727 full motion simulator for Delta in Atlanta about 25 years ago. Well, actually longer than that, 35 years ago. Yeah, it was kind of fun. I'm actually considering getting that new Microsoft Flight Simulator when it comes out. Just to fly instrument approaches and stuff like that, holds, that kind of stuff. I'm not too interested in like bombing around in a 172 and, you know, flying from here to there, but it's a pretty sophisticated program and you could fly legit approaches, which I think would be a lot of fun. Oh, how you like that, Brett? Have you used it at all? Yeah, if you look at the system requirements for that new flight simulator, though, it's like I'm going to have to get a new computer, which is all right. It's crazy what the RAM and the processor they want and the graphics card. I mean, there's plenty of people that can afford the flight simulator that couldn't afford the computer, not to have it work properly. Hey, Cindy, how you doing? If you look on the schematic of Detroit Metropolitan Airport, it's KDTW. And see, when I take those other videos, those are on the parking deck of the south terminal, which kind of limits me, because if you're landing on 210, all those runways left of the terminal are relatively short, 8,500, I think, 8,000, where the big airplanes, the 777s, the 747s, they're on the right side. So I don't have a good view of those from the parking deck. Well, this new place where I'm going, that I've been going lately and doing these videos, that's where I set up on everybody approaching 210 right. So it's all the heavies. The problem is there's not that many of them, and I don't actually get to see them touch down. But I'll tell you what I noticed out there the other day, and the wind lately has been coming right down the pike around 210, 220, something like that. And when I'm standing out there taking those videos, after about 5 seconds, it sounds like you took saran wrap and you threw it in front of a fan. That's the noise. That's the best way I can describe the noise. And it lasts about 3 seconds. And what that is the wingtips that are drifting down and then being blown into me by the airplanes. It's cool as hell. You wonder what the hell's going on at the beginning. I did for the first few times. And then I realized, my God, that's the wingtip vortices descending and then being blown into me. I mean, it doesn't push you around or anything like that, but it is very noisy, and it's really kind of a distinct sound. I thought it's kind of cool, but since I've been here, the 2 times I've been out the airport, I've probably experienced 20 of them. It's really neat. Oh, that's cool, Adrian. No, I'm not, Cindy. Nope. I'm not. I've never tried drugs, to tell you the truth. Here's a fake account, which is going to get hidden. See, somebody copied your YouTube channel name, Cindy. Yeah, I just canceled them. What they use is your real name, and then they use invisible text that you can't see. That's how they do it. But he didn't get very much use out of that one. I already blocked him. Hey, Allison. Come here, Days. Come here, hon. Come over here, honey. Come here, Days. Come here, hon. Come here, Dazer. Come here, Daisy. Come here, hon. Days. Come here, honey. Days, come here, honey. Dazer, come over here, hon. Yeah, I know it. Hey, Leslie, how you doing? Yeah, she does. Dazer. Hey, Dazer. Don't act like you're not listening to me. Wait till this guy pulls out in his car. I can walk across the grass here. Come on, Days. Come on, hon. Good girl. Oh, we're doing good, Cindy. How you doing? Wind's picking up a little bit. Hear that red-winged blackbird making a mating call? Can you hear that? Come here, Dazer. Hey, over here. Hey, come here. Get over here. Good girl. Been an awfully wet, spring. Sure, it hasn't done the farmers any favors. Love chases everything. Here she got to chase a robin. I'm gonna head to the airport for about an hour, then I'll hit Detroit up until my days are pretty much always 12-hour days. I know that sounds crazy, but they're usually 12-hour days doing photos. 540 photos. That meant 540 keepers, probably 600 and deleted ones I didn't like. And then I've got new interviews. Atta girl. Go on, hon. I have new interviews. So I'm going to try and get some more interviews. I don't really have any more. I mean, there are probably things on this camera I could improve on, but this is such a good camera. I mean, I don't really need to do much. You know, I spent a lot of time learning Photoshop and Lightroom. But honest to God, of the photos I've kept, I don't want to change anything in any of them. It just takes great pictures. Oh, that's good, Leslie. Hey, Nicole. Oh man, see what they're doing with the NBA and the NCAA? This coronavirus thing is crazy. I mentioned yesterday I read a book, The Coming Plague, like 25 years ago, and it just sounded like this guy seemed a wacko. And here it's like he hit a crystal ball. Oh, thanks, Karen. No, I haven't. No. Oh, you too, dwarf. No, I don't. I have hand sanitizer. I have that. I haven't, on the road since it ramped up. Yeah, Tom Hanks and his wife have it. They probably have a private jet, so I'm sure getting home isn't going to be the problem for them. Although the pilots aren't going to want to be exposed to it. How did that one NBA basketball player, did you see that jerk touching all the microphones, making a joke? And here he ends up testing positive. He just reeks ignorance. How did he get exposed to it, though? Does anybody know? The NBA guy? Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, but that was a while ago. Yeah, wasn't he a jerk? But honestly, in fairness to the guy, he'd have given you 10 to 1 odds he didn't have it. He was just screwing around. I mean, mean, he looks like a big dumbass now, but I mean, I would have done the same thing thinking, I don't have that damn coronavirus, and here he ends up testing positive. I mean, he looks like a big idiot now, but I'm sure he didn't think he had it in a big way. Yeah, thanks, Leslie. No kidding, they're really out of all that stuff, huh? Toilet paper and hand sanitizer. Well, I'm half Scottish, so I can always use the curtains. Yeah, I saw that, Karen. Just think of the money that's going to be made off this coronavirus, though, in some kind of way. There's going to be money lost, too. Both ways. Man, I would have prayed for something like this when I was going to college, especially when I was unprepared for an exam. That'd be so great. Just take my college girlfriend, we could just shack up for a week under the ruse of not getting the coronavirus. Go on, hon. Go on. Go on. Jump. Go on. No, I've never been to a Scotland. I drink a lot of their single malt whiskey, though, if that means anything to you. Islay. All that heavy peat, smoky Scotch. See, Trump has those tariff import fines, so I know the Scotch makers are really worried about it. I have to drink some of this crappy American whiskey. Yeah, gas. I got gas for $1.99. On the way down here yesterday at $2.09. No, I've never heard of it. I don't know. What is that? Has this coronavirus killed anybody young yet? Or is it all old people, middle-aged people? Court's really over for Tassie. She's just paying her fines off now. Hey, Sir Graves, what's the status on your medical issues? Oh, congratulations. This is a big speed trap corridor right in here. Sitting out here all the time. Oh, no kidding, huh? Wow. No, no way. I hardly ever go to Ann Arbor anymore. I'm gonna get some more approach shots of some planes and then hit Detroit. Yeah, I've had a pilot's license for a long time. I'm not really sure. I kind of take it a day at a time on when I'm going to go home. Yeah, well, population control. There's already too many people on this earth. I mean, you think there'd be a better way of handling it, but maybe not. Yeah, I like interviewing them too. I think I had a really good one with new lady Tracy. But you never know. I learned long ago what I think's people are gonna like. Doesn't always work out that way. And what I think's a dud, and I just upload it accidentally, ends up being. There's no way of predicting it. Yeah, okay, and that's gonna eliminate my whole pool of interviewees. Nobody coughing. Going to Hudson's, we'd skip a day of school once a year, and my mother and I and a neighbor lady and her daughter would go to Hudson's, and I get to buy some rock candy. Yeah, city airports dive, man. I know guys that have airplanes that love to keep them there, but they don't maintain the airport. And you know, you get a stone chip or a nick in the prop, it's super turning, low to the ground like that. It's a likelihood if the airports aren't maintained, which Detroit isn't. So there's a lot of people that would love to keep an airplane there, but don't, because they worry about that. Yeah, it's probably no big deal. for a while there, I remember in the 80s, people were stealing the lights off airplanes, small airplanes at, small airports, because they thought they were like, just some super light that they could put on their ATV or their off-road buggy. But that didn't last very long. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be answering these now because I'm driving, but sorry. Hey Mark, how you doing? I won't. Yeah, that's what Rush Limbaugh got caught buying on the black market, Oxycontin. I mean, people want to be pain-free, I mean, Brett Favre was addicted to them as well. But there are plenty of people that take opioids that don't get addicted. I mean, it's not like you're automatically druggy because you don't want to live with pain. Yeah, ankylosing spondylitis, that's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah, up where I live, occasionally they will charge a nurse's aide or a nurse or something like that, stealing them from patients in convalescent care. I see all this property out here. This has all been cleared. It's like huge farm fields. See, there's a plane right there. This is great, man, for watching planes. I figured out they're about 170 feet above me, which is why I'm able to sit there. Yeah, Vining Road, yep. I see all this property's for sale. Wish I'd win the Powerball. I'd buy it and just make a big airport park where people could eat lunch outside and watch planes land. Yeah, that's farther north than here is the Amazon plant. Yeah, I'm south of that. There's a red-tailed hawk out there soaring around. See this huge field? So this would be 2-1 right. Sir Grays, you have a prescription for OxyContin, don't you? Yeah, I think it's a nice day. I'm gonna photograph some airplanes. Yeah, it depends. You can look it up. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I got an ATC app. Yeah, I do all the time. I'm just north of the airport, Detroit. Actually, Romulus, Michigan. Yeah, no, I've been. Last time I was at a convention in Orlando, I uh, watched for about an hour and a half. Some pretty good spots there. You can't get that close on airport property here in Detroit any longer. Yeah, all these. But I know it's slow this time of the day. Yeah, no, it's a great place. Oh, that's cool. You ever go up to Rockford? Yes. Yeah, Cedar Springs, isn't that where they make that red flannel? Okay, here you go. See what I mean? All right, you guys, well, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to do this for a half hour, and I'll sign back on later when I get around Detroit. So you guys have a good day today. Almost all of them have winglets on the top and the bottom. All right, you guys, I'll see you later. Here comes one now. Thanks.